What a couple of days it's been with the new update patch 1.81. Today's that video where I was talking about we would talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of 1.81, but more it's going to be the other way around. It's going to be the ugly, bad, and good, just so we can hit harder on the more meaningful subjects in today's video. And speaking about subjects, the first subject will be parts in FPE, the new meta with helicopters, and the new SP system and with the RP rewards. That's pretty much how it's going to break down. So we'll talk about parts or FPE and parts, or parts and FPE. We'll move on to the new meta with helicopters and how people are freaking out that helicopters aren't good. And then we'll move on to the last segment of new SP system in less RP. I gotta say right now, the last 2 weeks have been magical. I have not seen a more cohesive push on parts and FPE ever in the existence of War Thunder. So remember the stock video, right? How it had like 2,000-3,000 likes. Magically, over the last couple of days, it only has about 1,000 likes and 5,000 dislikes. So the word's getting around. People are starting to recognize and seeing through the whole video's purpose, which was to buy golden eagles. It was very comical. Still a high quality production, and Bruce is always welcomed in those videos, but that's beside the point. Parts in FPE has been an ongoing debate, or not debate, an ongoing demand for the last 2-ish weeks. Fueled by the stock syndrome video, now spreading into a full internet fire by War Thunder not addressing the issue and completely ignoring the issue, to the point where now the latest War Thunder official upload, they had to delete the parts and FPE comments because there were so many. Gotta say right now, not the best way of handling this situation. They really know how to increase the effect of the community, which is a good thing. What they're doing right now is making more people aware of how they're handling it, to the point where it's going to spread. And it's been spreading for the last 2 weeks. And I say, guys, keep it up. Don't be ridiculous about it. Just let them know under their social media, under the YouTube videos, and just type, hey, let's talk about parts in FPE. Let's open a discussion. Because there's no reason why we can't discuss this. There's no reason why we can't come to an agreement or a compromise, especially in today's day and age of War Thunder. Never in the history of War Thunder have we ever had more vehicles in the game than today. Never in the history of War Thunder have we ever had more modification in the game. Never in the history of War Thunder have we had more RP in the game than today. So with that said, let's talk War Thunder. Let's talk about parts in FPE. Let's conversate. Let's discuss. Let us not ignore and delete comments. At the same time, I kind of hope they keep doing what they've been doing, because it's just going to fan the fire even more. It's going to alert more people to this problem we have in War Thunder. Hell, I'll even be up for a compromise. This one, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, but this one has been traveling around on Reddit and the forums, and pretty much what it entails is a win-win in my opinion. So how it works is that, yes, you still have to research parts in FPE. However, researching the parts in FPE is only upgrading those systems. So we'll use non-upgraded parts as the example. So these are stock parts. Let's say we just unlocked a KV-1. We bring it into battle, we get a kill or two, and whoops, someone gets our cannon barrel. And right then and there, we can reverse back into cover, use our unupgraded part only one time to repair the cannon barrel. Only one time. And after that, that's it. No more free repairing. The only times you can repair are in the cap zones. Now, a cannon barrel is a good use of your free repair because, well, you need that to kill something in the game. Let's say instead someone damages your horizontal turret drive. Maybe you shouldn't use it on that. Maybe you should wait until a bigger component is taken out. Maybe once your transmission gets hit, then you'll use your free repair so you can repair all those things together. You see, it's not one thing, it's an instant of repair. So let's say a German KV-2 takes out your tracks, your transmission, your cannon barrel, and somehow your engine. Right there, once you press F, all of those things will be repaired in that instance. Just like if just a measly cannon barrel got damaged, that will be repaired. So once you press F, everything that is hurt, damaged, will be repaired to the maximum value it can be. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. And the fully upgraded part, which is just kind of what we have now once we research parts. And FPE is pretty simple. You'll just get one fire extinguish. So there's that. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments below. That is the compromise that I think the community would support, as well as War Thunder. Okay, next topic, the new SP system with less RP. This is going to be a fun one. So for those that are new, SP are spawn points and RP are research point, just for short. So in patch 1.81, they introduced a new spawn point system, which greatly reduced the cost of ground vehicles into the game. And what this does is that we'll get into later. It makes the gameplay amazing, but we'll digress and talk about the topic. It greatly increases the game length just by the sheer fact that players are able to spawn more vehicles in. Back in last patch, if you took out an MBT early game and you got one shot without doing anything, you wouldn't be able to spawn in another vehicle of that caliber unless you took a light tank or an anti-air and did some business to be able to get you back up to that level of performance. In my opinion, this new SP system is smoke and mirrors. What it does is that it brings the gameplay up to a more enjoyable level, but it also increases the time in game. And when your time in game is capped for research, it's going to make your grind a lot longer. How it pretty much works is that after 3 or 4 kills, maybe 2 caps, your research earning goes way down to the point where it doesn't make sense to stay in that game any longer. It makes more sense to do your business early game and J out, get a new game, and restart. And with these games being longer and longer, we need the players to stay in it to maximize the team's performance. But just from a grinding standpoint, it doesn't make sense to stay in the games any longer. So if you look at it, last patch games lasted around 8 to 10 minutes on average. This patch, probably 15 to 20 minutes. So with doing that RP system and without increasing the reward or removing the RP cap, you're effectively taking 2 times as long to grind than you did last patch if you don't J out. So what needs to be done is, with these long games going on, there's no need for an RP cap anymore. Players should be able to be rewarded for their long game actions, not short game. Just imagine this. Imagine if you had a job. Imagine if you had a project to do at your job, and the more time you spent doing that project, the less you would get paid, the less it would mean to the company that you're working for. But it would mean more if you started more projects and didn't finish them. It doesn't make sense anymore, and the RP cap needs to be removed for these longer games that we now have with this new patch. And with that said, though, I absolutely love the new SP system. Never before has the meta been more fun than it is now. So many tanks, so many planes, so many helicopters, so many respawns. It actually feels like a real battle. Not that I would know, but in a gameplay sense, it feels like a real battle. Now gone are the quick Romfel Stomp matches that we were used to last patch. There's so many reinforcements coming into the battle. I mean, shoot, even above the ground battle, there's pretty much a whole air battle, air RB battle going on without markers above you, because there's so many things to shoot down now. This is primarily pertaining to high tier, but there's so many more pilots in the air for those meaty helicopter kills. And that kind of brings me on to my next subject of that helicopters aren't good. They don't perform well in the game. They get shot down too easily. And what I have to say to that is, what do you expect? They're slow moving, they're loud, they're easy to spot, and they usually don't move that quick. Or they're usually in hover mode using ATGMs from where they spawned. And with that said, there is a beautiful new meta in Ground Force RB. Rock, paper, scissor meta. In my opinion, the best balancing, the best kind of gameplay you can have. So instead of taking out whatever you feel like taking out, now you have to take out what the battle is demanding from you or pushing against you. For an example, let's say that you're in an Abrams and you get killed by a T-80. And during that death screen, the kill cam, you see that a MiG-17, a MiG-15 used a tiny Ivan to kill another one of your tanks. Well, maybe it's not the best idea to spawn in a helicopter because that MiG-15, 17 will be able to spot you and take you down. Maybe it's better to spawn in a low SP anti-air and clear the skies for a while. After that, hop in another tank, aid your team on the ground battle. You get killed again, hop in a jet, kill more aircraft, whittle the enemy team down until the game is low enough, slow enough to where you can take out a helicopter and clean out the rest of the enemy tanks. That's my meta. I spawn tank, I spawn anti-air, I spawn tank, I spawn jet, I spawn back to tank. Then maybe I might get in a helicopter. Helicopters are not good early game, are not good mid game. They're good late game. Not saying that you can't use them early game or mid game, but there's much more risk to be had than late game. Helicopters do extraordinarily well late game. The lack of enemy aircraft, the lack of other helicopters ATGMing you is so much lower, and the surplus of anti-airs that hull break from your ATGMs are plentiful. That's the new meta in my opinion. And with that said, I hope that helps your gameplay and I hope that helps your endeavors into the new branch of helicopters. And with all that said, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And let's keep that pressure up with the parts and FPE. Nice civil. Let's talk War Thunder about parts and FP. That's all we need. Guys, hope you have enjoyed. Have a great day. Until next time, peace out.